They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They run it again with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw here.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here comes the Saints punt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
The Bears at 2-3 here to begin the new season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Now it's Fields. And again, back to Komet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. When the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And this one's incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Bears! Cole Komet, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
But you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But this... That was well executed.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. Nonchalant with the throw to safety. It's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Take it at the 37. They'll score that a 36-yard punt,
and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Santos' kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. And get
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Fields on first down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
2nd and 11.
Running off tackle with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 18-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out of the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roll him down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
Out of the gun, Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Bears use the short field to get in for 6.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Oh, look at the juke. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
60 yards.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a forward DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On first down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll drop to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tight game. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On play action, Fields. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney, 27 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like what I said, in his defense. See what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of the first down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. This is caught. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receivers, Coach, everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 72 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Heading into the title as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy,